welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing really well. Today is the long awaited video that I know a lot of you have been waiting for me to do, and that is listening to Cherry Blossom and giving my thoughts on it for the first time. Now this album, since this, I know you heard me mention this back in July when I made a video about Married in Vegas, that this has made me even more excited to hear this album, so I'm not really going to say much more. Let's get straight on with it. We have Glory Days. Right, here we go. Oh, this starts off really stripped back. It's almost like, that's almost like horror, like a horror movie, or a like a sad scene from a historical drama. So it starts off stripped back, then starts to get more creepy, and this also leads into the standard edition. I know it's only been 15 seconds, but this sounds quite melancholy. Okay, the lyrics in this song focus on being in the moment, not dwelling on the past or the future, and I can definitely see these opening with this song on tour, with the lights going down, like going black, and then it's like goes quiet for a bit, and then the introduction starting with the creepy piano music, and then whatever surprise entrance they do, it'll reveal right before they go into this song. Okay, the sound's starting to get a bit catchy now. Also, some possible themes that they're like exploring is stress, anxiety, loneliness, struggling to not dwell on the past or future, in living in the moment. Glory days. I think they're trying to put a positive spin on like what has been a dark time. Trying to think what the song reminds us of. Feels like they've gone back to the Risk It All vibes. Oh my god. I can just picture them doing this on tour. I just know it. I know I may not be Mystic Meg, but if they do this on tour and they start with it, I'd be like, I think this is an appropriate song. Bear in mind, in previous years, they have started with slower songs in the past. Okay, song number 3, we have Better. Now that as well, I reacted to this, so both the song and the video, in 2 previous vlogs, which both I will link in the description box, so then I thought I would just hear that one again. Trying to think what artists like this reminds me of. The sound in this song is it's very 80s, so me thinking it, I was like, they've revisited the Wake Up sound, because this is very Held By Me. I was like, if this is Held By Me too, I would just be shook. I was like, he didn't just do that. The central theme in this one is where he feels like he's a failure and he wishes that he can do better. I bite my tongue, then I start to scream it. I'm guessing that would hurt a lot, biting your tongue. Oh, I love the vocals on you. Things get better, or do we get used to it? Go on, right. This would have been very appropriate for Nicola and Katia on Strictly last year, with the given the theme of the video and what Nicola was famous for doing. I mean, the first time I watched the video for Better, I was like, is this boxing? Oh, they didn't leave the gap like they did in the video. Better, we can do better. Do things get used to it? I am in love with this song. If I had to choose between this or Vegas, I think it's very close. Do better. We can do better than this. Also, when I watched the video, I absolutely love the outfits, particularly the shirts that Brad had on. I love the multicolour one where he was still in front of the screen. I know it might have been 3 months since I last heard this song, but it is still my favourite. So far, I think this is the best material. I know I've only heard 2 songs in the introduction, but I'm really excited to see what the rest of this album can pull off. The first time I heard that one, I was like, oh my god, that reminds me of Held By Me. That's one of my favourite off the Wake Up album. I'd say my top 3 off the Wake Up album are Held By Me, Wake Up, and Stolen Moments. And they have definitely revisited that sound. Right, next up we have Married in Vegas, which I've done a reaction to this before and I will link that in the description, but I thought I'd do it again because why ever not? Oh, here we go again with that Wake Up drumming. This was my song of the summer. First time I heard this, I was like, these boys have already saved 2020 even though it is the last day of July. Came here to be someone else. I found you now. Mister. Go on. This is another song that proves how hard these 4 boys work. Because I know this album did take 2 years to do. And when I heard this the first time, this was definitely worth the 2 year wait. I mean, when I watched the video for the first time, I was like, it set the mood perfectly. I know this isn't what they originally had in mind, but at least they can still pull something off then, rather than pull nothing off. That starry strip, I feel it, feels like bliss. Got it, baby. Also, the outfit in the video is very similar too. I know it's not the same, not identical, but the outfits that they had on in the video is very similar to what they wore on Strictly when they did it back in November. I mean, I could just picture following that performance, one of the boys going on Strictly in 2021 Which one? I don't know, but I would love to see one of them do it. I will never move off from that piano bit. Riding high, even if it's just a night. When I watched the video, I thought, I was like, is that James spray going from head to toe? Oh, the echo shivering down my spine. I love this running theme of like within the outfits of like sequins, like this like of sequins and paisley. Oh, loving that gold jacket dress. Feels like a tea gale. Feels like the lowest blow. Marry the biggest. That continues to be my favourite out of the whole of Cherry Blossom. I mean, as soon as I heard this for the first time, I knew I was ready for Cherry Blossom, even though I had to wait. It would have been 3 months plus another 7 weeks because of when I got it, because I got it for my birthday. And then I thought, I was like, hurry up! And I'll show you. I've got this clip coming up that will just show you how I felt after hearing Vegas. That is going at the top of my list. That might even end up as my most played on Spotify. Okay, next up we have Chemicals. I have heard some like mixed reviews on this song, so let's see if I join the long line of mixed reviews. Trying to think what the vocals remind me of. This sound is very unusual because I don't think they've ever done something like this on any of the 4 previous albums. I think for a while with the lyrics I'm struggling to understand some of the lyrics, so if I try singing it and they're wrong, I'm really sorry, because if it's songs like this, I often miss the other lyrics. This is very bassy. I think I might struggle to sing along with that one. I'm struggling to get around this one. I'm bored with this one now. Normally I'd be a fan of like anything that these 4 boys drop, but this is probably the second of my least favourite besides Volcano, and I was like, if this is Volcano 2, I'm switching off, because I mean the song's alright, it's just not something that I would listen to a lot. I haven't really got that much to say about this song, so if you have anything, I know a lot of you may have something to say about that, but I'm really sorry. Okay, next up we have Would You. Oh, we've got silky vocals here. It's really real. Started. Trying to think what song that reminds us of. Yeah, that sound is very Sam Smith Disclosure, almost inspired by Dancing with a Stranger. These are very unusual lyrics. Oh, I love the drum beating and the guitar. Waste my time. Wow, echoes. And I have goosebumps with these echoes. This is the sort of song that you would hear in a nightclub or when you're like out on a Friday night. Something that I need to know. If I walked. Oh, there's that Sam Smith sound again. If I walk out the door. The topic in this song is more the serious end of a relationship. Going by the lyrics, it sounds like Brad's having an argument with his girlfriends with the "say, would you really miss me at all? Would you? Would you?" That I need to. Look at that high note. That's much better. I'll be able to sing along with that bit now without having to go up a key. I know this will be a definite favourite on To Ivan, where I have heard the stripped back acoustic one during the Hackney Round Chapel performance. That song was alright. At the end I might put this one in the middle because although I like the Sam Smith sound, not so keen on the story behind this song. I know not everybody wants to be hearing songs about the bit of this of the more serious side of a relationship, so I'd probably give that about a 5 out of 10. Right, next up we have Part of Me, which is the first of 2 breakup songs. Oh, I know how that feeling is. It's almost like you're losing a limb. This song focuses on losing the best part of yourself, where you only kind of lose the happy side of you. In countless live streams and on an interview with ITV, Brad said this was a personal favourite because I know there's been times in the last year and a half where he kind of feels like he's lost the best part of himself. The central topic in this one is it's almost struggling with the missing piece. Oh, it's infectious sound that is. Infectious sound. The lyrics have so much energy, and I know like this is. I think I said this in a previous vlog. Songs like these prove how hard these 4 gents work. Oh, I would love to learn that one on guitar. Might do a cover of that in coming weeks. Oh, that's very Windmills. We could be seeing a mix of all 4 previous albums on here. This will definitely be a song on tour. I can just see it with like pulsy lights, flashy visuals, and then this could be a one where Tris does his drum solo and then they're going to this song. Imagine if they did a mashup with this song and Windmills. Oh, I can feel that thumping on my chest. I feel this is another one that would definitely lift my spirits after Would You? I think that will definitely be a favourite. I think that will definitely be a favourite on the Cherry Blossom tour. Everything's just perfect in this one. The sound, the lyrics, just everything. If they had released this as a single, I could see this. I think I could definitely see this going to #1. Okay, next we'll have Bitter. I don't know if this sounds like this will be an angry song, but we'll find out. Oh, that was punchy. That really can't be going on my chest there. The vocals are unusual in this one. Oh, now I can understand them more clearer now. Hey, the sound in this one is addictive. I can just picture this being one of my most played songs and then it being stuck in my head for like the best part of 2 weeks. Hey, that reminds me of Vegas. And do you think this was written at the same time as Vegas? Seems to be a running theme in this one where it's about forgetting about reality for 2 hours and then it's almost like sugarcoating. It's like almost like sugarcoating like life for even if it was just for like 2 hours. I think the sound is very similar to a cross between Be With You and Vegas. This part they'll probably get the audience to sing this a little bit on their own. This song definitely packs a punch so out of all the ones that we've had so far. Ooh, I love the kind of bass lines in this. I thought that was the end there, but this will definitely be an audience interaction bit that they'll probably do right at the end. That's a definite one that they could play on tour. Some will say they're bringing the wake up vibes back on this one. I'll probably see that will go in my top 3 at the end, but then will it make the top 3? Find out at the end. Okay, next up we have Protocol. Now, going by what I've just heard, it sounds like this is a melancholy song. This one's got like softer vocals and more gentle. These are more gentle because I think they'd be swearing. The guitar and the drumming's a lot stripped back, so I'm guessing this might be a light song that people might use with their phones during the gig. That sounds like a very stripped back Somebody to You. Kind of reminds us how they did. It's not the same as, but it's very similar to how they did Somebody to You on the Hackney Round Chapel gig. Starting to become a fan of these much softer vocals. That sounds very like 5 Seconds of Summer. I would love to see the two groups do a collaboration with each other. I know it doesn't sound likely, but I would love to see it happen. Oh my god. I think this song focuses on the dark, the more open side, or the more personal side of the boys. If Brad has written this, I'm guessing this one wasn't an easy song to write. Oh, that's very Jet Black Heart. I think they're revisiting their roots in this particular record. God, this must have been a hard one to write. I think this must have been at a point where Brad was living on his own. Because I know writing a song when you're like on your own is easier said than done. That also reminds me of Vapor by 5 Seconds of Summer, the fixing a broken heart. Broken hearts. God, that sent shivers down my spine. And also as well, whenever I hear that song, I kind of feel sorry for whichever member written this song, because I know like this one is it's not just about living on your own, it's also about like kind of seeing asking how both sides have coped post relationship. Out of the slow songs that we've had so far, I would say I prefer this one. So unless there are any other slower songs on there, then don't know, that could just overturn it. Okay, next we have Nothing But You. Almost like a cross between Hands and Personal. Ratio wise, this one's more hands. This is like hands part 2. It's only recently that I've gotten back into hands. This one's a lot more upbeat. Oh, I don't think I've seen him do high notes. I'd probably say the verses are more hands and the chorus is more personal. This would be a definite a definite audience interactive bit as well. I like how the V drops and then comes back in. This one, I feel like I've already fallen in love with this song. This will be a very dancey song that we'll definitely do towards the middle of the set list. That is infectious. During this one, Brad would definitely be doing his thing on stage. I think this one I might struggle to sing along myself, particularly with the high notes in this song. I mean, to be honest, Brad's high notes are faultless. I don't think he's ever done something like this before, and I think he's done a fantastic job of it. I mean, the promotion of this album, they've done an amazing job. Didn't expect this. They've done. I was just gonna finish that bit off where I think they've done an amazing job there. And when I listened to it, I was like, so I think they might be revisiting Burn with putting the sirens back in the song, because they put sirens back in the song for Burn. So far this album has been, in terms of revisiting sound, it's been very heavily Night and Day or Wake Up dominated. I don't think we've seen anything where they're going back to their roots. I mean, I'm hoping the rest of the songs on this album revisits their roots, because that's what got them famous and got them up the charts. And last but not least, we have Tread and Water. Remember how I was saying earlier about this one being Protocol being the lights one at the gig. I think this might just top it slightly, overtake it slightly with what song they go for the light song. Oh, there's definitely a key theme running all the way through this song. I think this one focuses on loneliness, because I know a lot of us have been lonely a lot of last year, and I know we're only in January, but we're only on the middle of January, but I know some people might still be feeling lonely now. The sound in this album is also very rare, because it's a rare gem that tugs on the heartstrings. It's not normal for them to do songs that would tug on the heartstrings or maybe bring tears to our eyes. Loneliness we'll all go through at some point in our lives, so this isn't just exclusive to these boys. Also, this song reminds me of the something Raz said in an interview about how he was living on his own for a while before he moved back in with Trace. Nobody likes talking about loneliness, but this is all something that we all go through at some point in our lives. This song is very personal. This is a personal side to the boys, to the boys. They're all like, they're like a tight knit group. They're like peas in a pod. They're all gelled together perfectly. The sound in this one is inspired by a slow song by Ed Sheeran. It's almost like perfect, or I want to see flowers in the supermarket. So I mean, at the thing, I will be vlogging later on when we do go and see it. So if you do see me like blubbering my eyes out during this song, I am sorry, but I think this one will bring tears to my eyes. The lyrics are almost like you're reading a diary entry written by Brad. So this one, patiently I wait patiently, could mean anything from thinking how much longer is this going to go on for, because he just wants to like get everything off his back. And he's like, suddenly, I know how everything's been very sudden, like how going from like being together 24/7 to suddenly being on your own, which can be a massive shock to a lot of people, like myself included. How I just felt a lot of last year I've just spent like just away from my friends, other family, like my home and my work life, to be suddenly cut off from the outside world 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I think this song is treading water on a whole it's almost like trying to highlight that it's not just like us normal people that go through it, they go through it too. And I thought, what a way to, like, a faultless way to end the album. It's not normal for them to end an album with a slow song, or to end a performance on tour with a slow song, but I can definitely see them probably doing this. I might see them do it like in the middle, like a perfect song to do in the middle with the lights, because they normally do like light songs towards the middle of the set. So Treading Water could be definitely on the set list. I mean, I would love to see Cherry Blossom on the set list. Not Cherry Blossom, Treading Water on the set list. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now that we have reviewed the full album, it is time to rank them from best to worst. Number 9, we have Treading Water. This song made me feel a little bit sad. The lyrics really got to me. It's very rare for them to do it. Like I said you may have heard in the reaction footage, that this is very rare for the boys to do a song that like tugs on the heartstrings. So I know they're big fans of Ed Sheeran, and James said that you listened to Ed's last album and the one before, so maybe they wanted to take a little bit of inspiration from him. So because this song is a bit of a tug on the heartstrings, turn the tears on kind of song, I'm not really a fan of the lyric, like the story in the lyrics, because I think this is the first time that they have they've opened up on something that's more personal. And then going by what I think it is, this has shown, I think this has been shown what this is kind of telling the viewer what Brad's been feeling in his life all throughout 2020, and I know we're only on the 26th of January, but it's showing how his feelings on even people like him go through some of the things that we go through. So I'm not really a fan of like this song, because it always makes me feel sorry for him, and I know I mightn't be able to do that at the minute, but makes me want to give Brad a hug, tell him he's alright and that he's not alone in this situation. Number 8, we have Would You. The sound reminded me of Burn. I know I am a fan of the Sam Smith inspired sound, and I'm a big fan of Sam Smith's upbeat music, but this song was a bit too angry for me. The lyrics in the song reminded me of, it was getting more serious. It was more similar to Burn from the Wake Up album. It was just like, I found the song quite a bit angry, and it was almost like the sound of the lyrics made you think it was like seething at the teeth, or like veins and like bulging eyeballs bulging. So Would You was number 8 because I just found it a bit too angry. Number 7, we have Protocol. I am a big fan of 5 Sauce's slow songs, because I have seen 5 Sauce before, and oh my god, when I seen all the phone lights during Amnesia and Jet Black Heart, looked around, it was almost like a starry sky. I was like, oh my god, this is so pretty. Back to the Protocol stuff, I'm not really a big fan of this one, because I know this was a hard one to do, because James said this wasn't the easiest this was the hardest out of the bunch of, in terms of the writing and, you know, the composing. I'm not really a fan of Protocol. I mean, it's a downbeat song, but it is alright. There are a lot of better, slower Vamps songs out there on the previous albums. The ones that do me justice are more like the ones you hear on the first 2, like Another World, Shout About It, Million Words, Stolen Moments, Coming Home, and I'm trying to think what other slow songs I've got. Well, I do admit that Protocol is alright. It isn't really much compared to the older material. Number 6, we have Bitter. Now this is a really strong favourite, just missed out on the top 5. Infectious sound, passionate lyrics. Oh my god, what a song. And now for the top 5. Number 5, we have Part of Me, another one of my favourites. What a way to start off the top 5 with an infectious sound, lots of passion and energy, and quite an addictive sound. I'm really excited to hear this song on tour, so boys, if you can hear me, be sure to include Part of Me on tour. Coming in at number 4, we have Nothing But You. Now the sound in this is one of my favourite of the last 4 previous albums. Very similar. The sound is very similar to Wake Up. Love the lyrics, love the sound. It really brings back my school days, because Wake Up is the album that got me through my school days, through my GCSEs, and well into my college years. So I'm really proud that they have come back, decided to go back to their Wake Up sound. At number 3, we have Better. Now everything was perfect about this. The vocals, the sound, the outfits, the video, you name it. The sound of it's very 80s. It's again revisiting the Wake Up album, which is one of my all-time favourite albums. So Brad, if this was your idea to revisit the Wake Up sound, cub points, or whatever it is for boys, cub points or scout points, will be shooting their way straight to you. Better is an absolute masterpiece. Okay, the song that nearly made it at number 1, we have Glory Days. Absolutely love both the studio and the live version. When I think back to when they did it in the Hackney Round Chapel in November, this made me even more excited, because yes, we might have been apart, but they go out their way to make our evening better, even if we're not in the same room together. And that was a perfect example, because I absolutely love the intro. I mean, going back to when I mentioned the intro during the reaction footage, when I was talking about the creepy piano music, they recreated that for the Hackney Round Chapel. And then of course the introduction with the drums and that. Oh my god, the hairs on the back of my neck stood up, because this made me feel even more excited for the tour. I can definitely see them opening with Glory Days, and I cannot wait to hear this live. Going in with the hairs on my neck, it's time to go into number 1. And at number 1, which is probably no surprise to you whatsoever, we have Vegas. Oh my god, I absolutely love this song. This has made me feel even more excited for the tour. This has made me feel even more excited to hear Cherry Blossom tour in May 21. Love the sound of it, the outfits. The outfits that they wore in the video is very similar to what they wore, like, not exactly the same, but very similar to what they wore when they did it on Strictly the week before, or was it the day after they did the Hackney Round Chapel. And this has made me feel even more excited to see these outfits, the hair, the set that they pulled off. I mean, the blossom on the stage, on the piano, the trees, everything was perfect. I reckon that this will be the set for Cherry Blossom 2021, like for the tour. And this has made me feel even more excited for the tour because, again, they did this on the Hackney Round Chapel and it made me count down. I know at the time there was at least 6 months to go, but this has made me feel more excited than ever. And there you have it. That is my thoughts. That is my reaction and my thoughts on the Cherry Blossom album. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I have enjoyed making this. This took a long time to put together, edit and then upload to you guys. Go listen to the album if you haven't heard it already. Let me know in the comments what you would like me to see next, and I'll see you soon for another video. Thanks guys.